Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
As a Canadore College alumni, you have access to perks. Canadore Alumni Perks. This is a lifetime membership that includes special access to great offers, opportunities to get involved, and so much more. Graduates can access discounts and special offers from businesses and hotels locally, across Canada, and internationally. Get information on special events and news, or access the alumni job portal. Keep in touch with Canadore's alumni office. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks. Great things happen here.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
The Frontline Podcast, Season 3. Courtney Kenny, Matthew Sukram, Derek Lindemann, Bob Coles, and Ben Long bring you closer to your favorite teams like never before. Covering everything to do with hockey in the North Bay area, exclusive interviews with the North Bay Battalion staff and players, expert analysis on the OHL, NOJHL, and more, keeping you up to date on all things Voodoos, Trappers, Lakers, and more. It's a new season, it's a new adventure. The Frontline Podcast Season 3. Available wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay, to see how we can serve you and the community every day.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.
The pregame show is brought to you by La Huerta Imports, family owned and operated since 1995. Visit lahuertaimports.com for more details.
Good evening, and we welcome you into the Powassan Sportsplex. My name is Courtney Kenny, and I'm alongside Derek Lindemann and Mike Brown, the camera operator for Hockey TV. For this one, as the Powassan Voodoos get set for the Greater Sudbury Cubs to come into town, and we're just going to dive right into it. Let's get to our Players to Watch.
Players to Watch is brought to you by Mike the Financial Advisor. If you have financial questions, he has financial answers. On Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Mike the FA.
Our players to watch tonight for the Sudbury Cubs, Pearson Solbush coming in with 44 goals, 20 assists, 70 points in 56 games. And for the Powassan Voodoos, one of the graduating players, Liam Service, 6 goals, 31 points in 56 games this year with the Powassan Voodoos. Courtney?
Service, when you look at his stats with the NOJHL with the Espanola Express a year or two ago, or actually during the COVID year of 2020, didn't really put up eye-popping numbers, but this year, respectable 31 points so far. Of course, a great call at the NOJHL Showcase with Service with a smile. I'm going to trademark that one for sure. And, he's had a great year. Pearson Sobush on the other side has had an absolutely torrid season for the Cubs in 56 games, like you mentioned, 44 goals. A little bit of light on the assists, although 26 would look good on anyone's stat line. But when you have 44 goals, it kind of looks a little out of place, Derek, but still great input for both players here. As we're just about to get set for the players to come out on the ice. The staff here at the Sportsplex still putting down the nets. We will have a pregame presentation as well of the graduating players, so we'll let public address announcer Mike Brito kind of take it away on that one. But yeah, lots of faces leaving this Voodoo squad at the end of the season. They only have one more regular season game, which will be tomorrow against the Espanola Paper Kings, which we will bring you live if you can't make it to the Sportsplex.
Yeah, 7 graduating players this year from the Powassan Voodoos. They will receive an honorary Powassan Voodoo jersey from the Powassan Voodoo brass there. Jim Bruce getting set up across on the far side as they get the away green jerseys organized. Just moments away, as this is the second last home game for the Powassan Voodoos. The Voodoos coming into this game already knowing where they finish in the standings. They're going to finish 3rd in the Eastern Division and will face the Hearst Lumberjacks in the first round. That matchup set to get underway next Saturday, Sunday up into Hearst before returning for games 3 and 4 here on home ice. That will be on the Tuesday the 28th, and then Wednesday the 29th will be the date of the 2 home games. For the Greater Sudbury Cubs, they've already clinched top spot in the Western Division. They know their matchup already is going to be the Espanola Paper Kings in the first round, and just oddly enough, it was the Paper Kings that fell last night to the Greater Sudbury Cubs by a score of 8-3, Courtney.
Yeah, and back to the Voodoos playoff series against the Lumberjacks. Lumberjacks beating the Voodoos up north a weekend or so ago in this rough stretch for the Voodoos. You have to remember the Powassan Voodoos have been basically a walking dead, so to speak, as much as people were happy to see that show finish off in the fall. I'm going to bring it back here for a reference on that one. But good news is the Voodoos Infirmary tent has shrunk by a bit as Caden Long and Chase Thompson return to the lineup over Trace Strinchuluk, Matt McMillan, and Tyson Risman and Cameron Lemke are out of the lineup here this evening. Lemke can't seem to catch any breaks this season for the Voodoos, but most of them, if not all of them, are expected to be back for the playoffs.
And the officials are on the ice, so the team's about to take the ice at the Powassan Sportsplex as the compilation of 4 officials, all from out of town tonight. So there's no bias from these 2 teams as these refs travel from down south to call this game as the Voodoos take to the ice tonight for their second last home game. As like Courtney said, tomorrow night they'll finish the regular season off against the Espanola Paper Kings. Tonight the Sudbury Cubs will wrap up their regular season as they have already clinched first in the Western Conference and still have a long shot with a possibility of winning the overall NOJHL title this year.
Yeah, they're 1 point back of the Rock, who have 1 game in hand. The Rock play the surging Blind River Beavers in the Sioux Thunderbirds over the weekend as well. But we're going to take it to the in-house mic now, and we're going to hear from Mike Brito as we get set for our pregame presentation.
Welcome to our annual Overage Player Appreciation Night. It's the time-honored tradition in junior hockey to present jerseys to those players who will be overage next season and therefore not eligible to return to the team. Please welcome to the ice team executives Jim Bruce and Ray Sege, along with General Manager Chris Dawson, to make the presentation. In goal from Littletown, Colorado, please welcome number 33, Kenneth Lajo. Cannon will be playing NCAA Division III hockey at Sudbury University in Boston next season. On defense from Calgary, Alberta, we welcome number 4, Mitch Wilkie. Mitch joined the Voodoos in the trade earlier in the season and has been a key part of the Powassan Blue Line. Mitch is talking to a number of NCAA schools about hockey next season. Also on defense, number 15, Nicholas Leontino. This Michigan product also joined the Voodoos early in the season. He has brought some great speed to our blue line this season. Nick is also weighing his NCAA options for next season. At forward, the one everyone calls Obi, is number 7, Connor O'Brien. The Boston native will also be playing NCAA Division III with the SUNY Canton Kangaroos. Also on forward from Westmeath, Ontario, is hard-working forward, number 8, Liam Service. Liam will be playing university sports hockey with the Royal Military College Paladins in Kingston next season. On forward with speed to burn from Minnetonka, Minnesota is number 26, Thomas Johnson. Thomas is talking to multiple schools and hopes to make a decision soon. Also on forward, acquired in the November trade from Oakville, number 23, Chase Sturchala. Chase will be playing NCAA Division III hockey at Castleton University in Vermont next fall. Congratulations to all our overage players. Thank you for your contributions to the Powassan Voodoos, and best of luck in your future endeavors.
And of course, a good pregame ceremony here, but we'll quickly go to Canada now as Tim Scarrow is going to sing the American and Canadian national anthems.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly screaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner
And again, a huge thank you to Tim Scarrow for singing both the Canadian and American national anthems as we're about to get ready to go. As we see Cole Crowder looks to be in the starting lineup here this evening, Derek, for the Cubs. Crowder, this will be his first game against the Voodoos after a 4-game suspension for a knee-on-knee with Thomas Gazic, which was in the Family Day game in Sudbury. And really, when you look back at the replay, it looked like he was intending it for sure. A bit of a dirty hit, but it'll be interesting to see if he keeps his emotions in check in this one.
And that's going to be the key, is see if both teams can keep their emotions in check. Not only Crowder, but also the Powassan Voodoos, as you don't want to take a retaliatory penalty and cost anyone some time in the playoffs. As we know, 2 games remaining in the season for the Voodoos. Last regular season game today for the Sudbury Cubs, Courtney.
And head coach, Peter.
So let's go through the starting goaltenders here before we get underway, Derek, with the netminder in net for Sudbury. Number 1, Noel Bume.
Yeah, Bilo, a native of Hanmer, Ontario, in his rookie season with the Cubs, making his 26th appearance, coming in with an 18-3 record, a .245 goals against average, and a .908 save percentage.
In net for the Voodoos, Dan DiRoccolo, who has 14 wins, 9 losses, .275 goals against, and a .920 save percentage. He's seen some success against these Cubs. He's also seen some not-so-good games as we are underway here at the Sportsplex. The Cubs in their road blues are going left to right to start this one. The Voodoos in their home whites are going right to left in this first period. Ricci up to Long. Long couldn't get a hold on it as Toffoli has it. Over to Crowder. Quickly in. That's the Cubs. Take a shot off the boards, and Asinaway comes away with it. Asinaway in behind the net. He's been a dangerous player for the Cubs since joining them from playing in the OHL earlier this year. Ellis flips the puck in on net. And it's Smith now, who had a hat trick in that game against Espanola. Gets the puck up to Thompson. Thompson gains the red line, flips the puck in cross ice. And now the Voodoos have the puck in the Cubs zone, but the Cubs are going to come away with it quickly. That's going to be Biederman, one of the top scorers on this team, flipping the puck down, chasing after it. Sobush, our player to watch for Sudbury, out there as well. And now Smetham had a good chance there, but blew a tire. Smetham battling with Ellis. Flips it in. O'Brien chases after it, and is Shields with it. Shields flips it back in for Smetham. Now behind the net, Sudbury regains possession, and they get the puck up to the blue line, but no further. Shields flips the puck in over Bjorn's head, and almost jumped back out. McLean flips the puck back in, gets it to Smetham. Smetham in for O'Brien. O'Brien with the backhand chance, blocked aside by Bjorn. Now it's Smetham behind the net. Flips it back around behind the net. And now Sudbury once again with possession. Up the ice. Biederman flips the puck cross ice into the Voodoo zone, but that will go for icing, so Powassan will have a offensive zone face-off to start.
Yeah, this is the 6th start for DiRoccolo against the Greater Sudbury Cubs. He's coming in with a 2-3 record against the Sudbury Cubs this year, and looking to make it a 3rd victory to even up his record on the season.
Back underway here. As the Voodoos and Cubs battle, McCharles, the local product, flips the puck cross ice. It hit the skate of Walker and went wide. Now, flipping it in with Sudbury. DiRoccolo out to play the puck behind his net. And McLean comes away with it. McLean also playing some OHL. Tried to flip the puck into the Cubs zone, but Harris stopped that early. And now going the other way is the Cubs. Harris sends it into Powassan's zone. No shot on goal yet through the first 3 minutes. Might change here with some zone time for the Cubs. That was shot attempt blocked by Powassan, and Ricci gets it up to Shields. Or Sturge. Sturge flips the puck in deep, and Toffoli comes after it. Toffoli back up to Harris. Harris gets it out of his zone. And now that one's flipped down by the Cubs. Landers, the high man for Sudbury, comes in, but Ricci just moves around him. Ricci through the neutral zone to Sturge. Sturge playing out of position up on the forward side of things. As we have some flash photography from the corner. You see that at OHL games, you get kicked out pretty quick, so we'll have to see if something comes of that one here. As is a good chance there by Sudbury off the crossbar. Very distracting for the players on the ice, and now a chance here for Caden Long. Long in alone, takes a shot, he scores! Caden Long and the Voodoos are in flight here early. It's 1-0.
It was interesting to see how long it would take Caden Long to get back into the flow of things as he wastes no time picking up that goal. 4:05 into this first period. His 9th of the season as Caden Long gets some speed as he picks up that loose puck in the neutral zone, goes down all alone and will beat the goaltender to the low glove side, and the Voodoos jump out to an early 1-0 lead.
As you said, it would be interesting to see for sure him. Jack Kelly and Chase Thompson have been dynamite with each other before Thompson and Long both went down with injuries. Thompson out there as well now, behind his net. Stops up for Little. We'll get the official scoring on that goal momentarily. And that's also the first shot in the game as Sudbury carries that puck in well offside as Crowder was about a foot in the zone. So we'll get another draw here by, it looks like they're going to set up on the broadcast side here at the blue line.
And one of the keys to this game was the Powassan Voodoos to get out early, get a quick start, and get this crowd that can be loud at times involved into this game early. And that's exactly what Caden Long did, was get this crowd to its feet with that 1-0 early lead.
Icing there for the Voodoos, and yeah, one thing, when Sudbury comes here, a lot of the fans, of course, with the local product of Marshall McCharles out here, they can get pretty loud and obnoxious sometimes, so it's pretty good to kind of quiet that down quickly.
Counter it, and the other key is play within your game. You don't want to spend a lot of time in the penalty box. The Cubs do have one of the top power play, and you can't give them many opportunities. You got to stay out of the box.
Chance there, whistles over the glove of Girocolo and into the corner. Now that's Biederman on the near side. Goes in for Smith. Smith's centering pass is picked off by O'Brien. And O'Brien looking up ice for Smetham, hit the skates of Biederman. Biederman with the puck in his own zone. Flips it around. Siren. Up to Smith. Smith goes cross ice. His pass finds no one, so Liatino picks it up at his bench and flips it back behind his net to Gazic. Gazic trying to get the puck out of his zone. He does, but had to retreat as McLean had to pick up the loose puck and flip it down the ice. Buelln behind his net. Up ice quickly for Smith. Can't get a hold on that one. As Tyler Moore, an affiliate player, playing in his 4th game of the season here. Moore carries the puck out, takes the shot, turned aside on a good pad save there by the Cubs netminder. Back to Moore. Moore behind the net, tried to flip it around for a bit of a wraparound, picks up the loose puck, and now gets it to Gazic. Gazic hit hard into the boards, picks up the loose puck, flips it back to the blue line for Fullerton. Fullerton flips that one in and off the rebound from the boards. Buell's just going to cover that one up.
Let's finish off that scoring summary of that first goal. It was Caden Long's 9th of the season. Ryan Patrick picking up the lone assist on that first goal for the Powassan Voodoos. That's going to be the 41st point of the season for Ryan Patrick. And that's the way the key is start the game early, and the Powassan Voodoos got to keep their foot on the gas and keep going at this Cubs team.
Little to Wilkie. Back to Little. Little through the neutral zone. Cross ice, can't get it in as Vassos. Now the Cubs with possession in their own zone. Mazzotta through the neutral zone. Gains the red line, flips it into the Voodoo zone. And that's Newton who tried to get it back to the blue line, but a good stick there by Vassos, knocks it out. And the Cubs will have to regroup with Walker, having possession in his own zone. Inadvertently left it for Mazzotta. Mazzotta now behind his net, sets up. Goes up the ice quickly for Newton. Newton tries to dangle into the zone. Goes back to the point for Renault, and he's stripped of the puck by Kelly. Kelly now into the Cubs zone. Tried to carry it out front, but it's back to McLean at the point. McLean flips it in off the helmet of Thompson, and Kelly picks it up behind the net. Back to Thompson. Thompson knocked down. That'll be a penalty against the Cubs, and they send the puck down the ice, and some frustration there as the Sudbury Cubs will find themselves up a man here for the next 2 minutes or less.
Good opportunity for the Powassan Voodoos to capitalize with the man advantage, looking to make it 2-0 as they're looking to snap a season-high 4-game losing streak as they're unsuccessful last weekend in their Western road trip, losing to the Thunderbirds, the Eagles, and the Beavers all last weekend. So the Voodoos looking to put an end to that streak, and a good opportunity here to go up 2 early on in this first period.
Service in. Tried to get a shot away, couldn't. It's back to the point for Little. Little flips it in for Shields. Back to the point for Little again. Little, who's having himself a record-setting season for the Voodoos on the back end. Flip the puck over, and it's knocked aside as McCharles gets a touch, and you hear the crowd down at the other end of the rink react. Wilkie up to Service, to Little. Little flips the puck in deep. It's behind the Cubs net. Sudbury tries to flip it out. Good keep there by Wilkie, although not for long as the Cubs still get the puck out. Still over a minute left on the man advantage, although to be exact, we do not know thanks to a stanchion here at the Sportsplex. Service couldn't get the puck in deep to the Cubs zone, and it's right back down to the Voodoos zone. Liatino behind his net as Crowder runs into Smetham, and Smetham's stick is knocked out of his hands. Liatino, now we're under a minute. Up the ice quickly. Flipped in by Powassan to Ricci. Ricci keeps it in for Smetham. Back over for O'Brien. O'Brien from the point took a shot blocked by Crowder. And now Smetham taking hard into the boards. Smetham battling for it. Drops a guy. No call coming there. As now Ricci or Gazic couldn't keep the puck in. Liatino takes the puck in. Stops up. Looks back to the point for Ricci. Ricci. We're going to be back to 5-on-5 here soon. Back to the point for Liatino. He fakes the shot. And then Ricci tried to chip the puck in. Couldn't. And now it's sent back down for D'Arocolo to play it. And it looks like Sudbury is about to get back to 5-on-5 as they do. Liatino into the Cubs zone. Flips the puck on net and hit the back boards. And then Thompson flipped the puck on net. And Buell's just going to throw a glove up and grab that one.
While the Voodoos were unsuccessful on that power play opportunity, they were 7th in the league coming into this with the 7th ranked power play, only converting on 21% of their opportunities. Didn't look so well as they only got set up in the offensive zone for a couple seconds.
Another quick chance there, stopped by Buell. So it's still 1-0 Powassan here with 10:38 left in the period. Shots on goal favor the Voodoos too as well, 3-0.
Yeah, the Cubs without a shot so far in this first part of the first period, and that's a very key stat. The Powassan Voodoos, we've seen a lot of shots go up in this arena. As last time I was here, I saw 50 shots go up for the Powassan Voodoos in that game.
Sobush throws the puck in cross ice. Biederman goes in to pick it up. And now McLean picks the puck up behind his net and goes up ice. Looking for Sturge. Sturge flips the puck down the ice. Vassos comes in for Toffoli. Backed up to Biederman. Battling on the near side wall. Patrick flips the puck in. Patrick had a bit of a hot streak there during the Voodoos' recent 10-game winning streak. And then as the team cooled off, so did Patrick slightly. Sobush carried that puck in well offside. So we'll get another stoppage of play here, just shy of our mid-period break at 10:02 left in the period.
Coming into tonight's game, the Powassan Voodoos in 56 game have an extended record of 36 wins, 19 losses, 1 overtime loss, 73 points, good for third in the Eastern Conference. They trail the Hearst Lumberjacks by 13 points, but will face them in a very highly contested first round of the playoffs.
Should be a good series if the Voodoos have all their players back. I expect that one could go potentially the distance, to be honest with you. Little through the neutral zone. Back out front for Smetham. Smetham's shot hits the skate and flips up, and Buellen's going to block that one down. So we reached our mid-period break here on the broadcast. So the Frontline broadcast will be back momentarily on the other side of this.
This period is brought to you by Canada Alumni First. Get information on special events and news or access the alumni job portal. Visit canadacollege.ca/perks for more information.
And we welcome you back inside the Powassan Sportsplex as just over 10 minutes are gone here. Powassan has a 1-0 lead on 3 shots on goal. Sudbury yet to get a shot, as we mentioned just before the break. I'm Courtney Kenny, pleased to be joined by Derek Lindeman, and of course, Mike Brown is doing all the camera work for Hockey TV in this one. It's not his birthday, but happy birthday, Mike. We've been going on with that ever since the NOJHL showcase back in October, and we're going to keep it going because every time we say it, the teams seem to win. So
let's see if it continues tonight as the Voodoos looking to make an end to that 4-game losing streak.
If it doesn't happen, you can direct all complaints to Mike Brown, the cameraman, for not having his birthday today.
Yeah, you can find him on all your social media outlets, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Just look up Mike the camera guy.
We got Mike the FA and Mike the camera guy. Back out front for O'Brien. O'Brien's shot just whistled wide or high and wide of the net. Little couldn't hold on to that one. And now Wilkie flips it up for Little. Little couldn't get that one past Asinaway. And now the Cubs flip that one back in. That one could go for icing, and it does, as Wilkie gets back first. 9:18 left in this first period. Lots of starts and stops, though, however, in this one.
Yeah, a lot of starts and stops. And when you look at the Eastern Conference, the other semifinal matchup in the Eastern Conference still yet to be decided, as the Timber Rocks know they are hosting and will have home ice advantage in the first round as they've already won the Eastern Conference. But the Kirkland Lake Gold Miners can still clinch the 4th playoff spot, currently held by the French River Rapids if they can win out in their final 2 regular season games.
Ricci up the ice. Gazic hit his man hard, and then has to chase after the puck. Sinaway in his own zone with it. Flips the puck up the ice, and that one's just kept at the red line by Fullerton. And the North Bay product throws that one back into the Cubs zone. Greater Sudbury's been here a lot, and the Voodoos have been to Sudbury a lot as well this year as the NOJHL's tinkered with the scheduling a little bit. D'Arocolo be in his net, knocked that one aside. Not sure if it'll count as a shot on goal yet. It does. So put D'Arocolo in with 1 save so far in this one.
4 shots in just under 12 minutes of hockey so far.
That or maybe the shot guy sleeping. Who knows?
You never know.
Up the ice quickly. Here comes Landers for a chance. Landers with a shot. And a big save there by D'Arocolo. And if he wasn't into the game before that, he certainly is now.
Yeah, Landers with the best opportunity for the Sudbury Cubs, trying to get back on level ground here. Just under 12 minutes gone, 8:10 remaining in this first period, and D'Arocolo making the biggest save so far. 2 saves in this game so far for D'Arocolo.
Foot race there with Sturgeon Siren. Gets it back to the net for the Cubs. Sudbury now once again with possession. Harris up the ice. Picked off there by Sturgeon. He just throws it back to the Cubs zone. And over skate there by Sudbury, and it's Little flipping the puck back in deep. And that's Patrick with the puck. Patrick battling for it with Siren in the near side corner. Back to the point for Little. The captain throws the puck on net, blocked before it could get there. And Sudbury tries to flip it out, but Little got to that one and flips it right back in. Vassos at the blue line. Throws the puck cross ice to Walker, and then Walker gains the red line and throws it in. Ricci with the puck behind his own net. Looks up ice. Finds Shields. Shields gains the red line, backhands the puck into the zone for Smetham to chase. Smetham nearly got it back to Shields, but now it's Sudbury on the counterattack with Newton to McCharles. Flipped in. D'Arocolo plays it off to his defenseman, and a big hit on the near side corner, but the puck's up and out to Sudbury. Newton, once again another North Bay product, gets it up to McCharles, who we've already touched on being from North Bay. Ricci Looks up ice for Shields. Shields quickly finds O'Brien in stride, but O'Brien was just a bit too hot to handle. And now he chases the puck behind the net, losing the handle on it. And Sudbury flips it right back down the zone for Gazic. Gazic leaves it up. That's Liatino. Liatino up the ice quickly for Moore. Moore taken in hard to the boards by Ellis. And now it's back to the point for McLean. McLean flipping that one in. And Service couldn't handle that one, so the Cubs had another chance there. But now it's Gazic cross ice for Moore. Moore in, takes the shot, and big save there by Buellin, and a quick whistle there as he never really had the puck.
Let's take a quick look at the Western Conference playoffs as the Greater Sudbury Cubs come in with the #1 seed after spending most of the year in the top 10 of the Central or of the Canadian Junior Air rankings. They will take on the Espanola Paper Kings, who will be the opponent tomorrow night against the Powassan Voodoos. And in the other series, the Blind River Beavers will host the Sioux Thunderbirds. All those series is set to get underway starting as early as next Wednesday.
Puck thrown into the Voodoo zone. Could be an interesting matchup for sure, as it's the Sudbury Cubs, who were the former affiliate of the Wolves, taking on the current affiliate of the Wolves with the Paper Kings. Like you said, although Marshall McCharles in this game is a Wolf draft pick. Little into the Cubs zone, nearly got in. Backhand chance there by Shields, and he didn't quite get that one on net. Or rather, that was long. And now Little, once again with the puck in the neutral zone. Kelly picks that one up. Goes cross ice to Ricci. Ricci back to Kelly. Cross ice for the captain, Little. Little behind his net. Stops up and leaves that one. I want to take a quick chance here with 15 minutes gone in this period to thank everyone for tuning in. And of course, Dolan Wakely's grandfather, Mike, Papa Mike affectionately known, tuning into this one. Hope you're enjoying a rare off Friday for the Battalion, a rare off Saturday as well as the puck comes in, but it's offside. As the Battalion only playing 2 games this week, winning yesterday to Peterborough and taking on Sudbury on Sunday.
Yeah, last night's win extended the Battalion winning streak to 7 straight games as they look to make a run at their second consecutive Central Division title, needing 4 points in the remaining 5 games to clinch that Central Division title.
Should be quite the run to the Central Division for sure, and then playoffs beyond. Avirdi takes a shot. That one's tipped on net by Crowder. Dracolo had to be strong on that one. He covers that one up with 4:34 left. Couple of shots on goal now. Sudbury has the lead, 5-4.
Yeah, Sudbury seemed to look like they picked up the pace to their offense, especially after that media timeout halfway through that period. They started getting their feet going through the neutral zone, getting a little bit of speed on the attack, and the Powassan Voodoos are going to have to find a way to counter it.
Big shot from the point is well over the net, and now battling for the puck in the Voodoo zone, rather, as I made a bit of a slip up there, calling the Battalion game last night. Voodoos with possession, but not for long, still fighting for a clean look. And Sudbury throws the puck out front of the net. And now Asinaway with a chance. Well over the net. Asinaway picks the puck up behind the net as it bounced over, actually, as it hit the Zamboni doors. Shields knocked down. Chance there by Crowder is up and high. And McLean now having some words here after the whistle with a Cubs player.
Looks like it's Caden Lavidiere getting tied up there in front of the net as they get separated by the officials. Really, there's no need for this in this game, being the last game for the Sudbury Cubs. They want to look to get a little bit of chemistry going between their team and line mates, getting set for the Espanola Paper Kings coming up to begin Thursday in Sudbury. And the Powassan Voodoos with another regular season game tomorrow night still have an opportunity to get a couple bodies back into their lineup as they prepare to make the trip up to Hearst to get that series underway next Saturday and Sunday. They'll be playing back-to-back in Hearst before making the return trip here to play on Tuesday the 28th and Wednesday the 29th will be games 3 and 4 from the Powassan Sportsplex.
Should be a good one for sure. Lots of hockey on the horizon. Lots of hockey locally as well. As the puck's sent down Buell forced to play that one, so no icing there as he's going to cover up. The North Bay U18 Trappers, though, do not have playoffs. They're in a tournament, which is their playoffs right now in Sault Ste. Marie, so that's not happening locally, but we will have Voodoos and Battalion playoffs, although you do know, at least for the Battalion compared to the Voodoos, their first round series will be home ice advantage.
It will be. And just back to the U18 Trappers, they started the playoff tournament 3-0 so far in their first 3 games up in the Sioux.
Looking as they get a berth to the semifinals right away, finishing tops in their pool. That should be a heavyweight tilt if they end up playing the Sioux, the top 2 teams in the Great North U18 League, with the puck stuck against the boards there, so we're just going to get a whistle from the referees as they were battling for it, but the referees say, nope, enough of that.
Yeah, yesterday in the first 2 games, the U18 Trappers started off with a 6-0 victory over the U16 Nickel Capitals, and then they went on and defeated the New Lisker Cubs by a score of 7-2, and today they came back this morning against the Kapuskasing Flyers. They were trailing 4-1 after 2 periods, and eventually came back to win that 5-4 with 4 unanswered goals in the 3rd period to pick up that victory.
Big game for the Trappers. Of course, they have 2 North Bay Battalion prospects in Jesse Lefebvre and Mike McIver playing for them. So we'll have to keep an eye on them for sure as this tournament continues. A quick chance out front. Misses the net for the Cubs. That was Newton. And now Patrick, his number 24 counterpart, couldn't clear the zone. Sturge gets the puck out of his zone. Mazzotta keeps it right back in. And now it's to Walker. Walker with the shot! And we have ourselves a tie game as the Sudbury Cubs tie it up 1-1 off the stick of Cameron Walker, his 18th of the season.
Yeah, 18th of the season for Cameron Walker, and he just capitalized on a bouncing puck that found a way on his stick, and he was able to beat Girocolo to the blocker side, and we're all deadlocked at 1 apiece with just under 3 minutes left here in the first period, and it's just like that, 1 shot, and we're back on level ground as the Cubs kept pushing for that equalizer here in the second half of this period.
Well, you kind of had the feeling, like you mentioned, the Cubs were pushing and pushing and pushing since that media timeout. So you kind of got the feeling that something bad was coming Powassan's way. And there it is right there with Walker picking up his 18th of the season. Shields up the ice to Smetham. Smetham takes a shot, and that one hits the light over top of the net as it hit a stick and was knocked right up. And thankfully for the cages in front of that light, or else we'd have some glass falling on top of the goaltender.
And now it's going to be interesting to see how the Powassan Voodoos rebound after giving up that tying goal. There's still 2:19 left in this first period. If you want to get some momentum going into the second, you've got to push and see if you can get something established in the offensive zone here for the Powassan Voodoos. Very important 2 minutes here in this first period.
Ellis flips the puck in deep as Sudbury gets the face-off. Crowder flips the puck in. We'll have to keep an eye on him. As mentioned, his first game back since a 4-game suspension against the Voodoos, as he had a knee-on-knee against Thomas Gazic, who brings the puck in right now. Gazic behind the net. If he could have found service, it would have been a wide-open cage. And now the puck knocked out of play there. But what a great play by Gazic with speed. He had service in front of the net and had Bjorn completely out of position.
And that was brought up during the ceremony before the game about the graduating players. Gazic with speed to burn, and he shows it there as he goes down the right wing side, gets the goaltender to commit and goes around but unable to center that pass as the Cubs defender makes an excellent play on the near side of the post, keeping that puck in behind the goal.
Thompson flips the puck in. Shot just goes wide. Caden Long out there as well, the goal scorer for the Voodoos. Wilkie looking cross ice, tries to find it in the slot, couldn't. Little takes another chance. That one hits somebody in front and missed the net. And now thrown in front by Kelly. They can get the pass out cross ice for Long. But the Voodoos keep this in as this so-called third line, giving the Cubs all sorts of fits on this this shift.
Yeah, good shift there by that third line, hemming in the Sudbury Cubs in the zone. The last 40 seconds has been spent in the Cubs zone as they had the Cubs running around, but unable to get anything set up for a good look at the goal area as the Voodoos looking to get that momentum after giving up that tying goal.
Walker in his own zone. hits Vassos right in an area that you don't want to be hit. Vassos looks fine now as he goes and takes his aggressions out on Newton, knocks him down to the ice, and he's not getting up anytime soon. As now there's going to be a penalty against the Voodoos. As you know, Vassos is going to be gone, maybe for the game. And if you're head coach Peter Goulet, look at his body language on the bench. He is not happy with his forward, number 12.
No, and the referee still no indication of the penalty as they were just outside of the penalty box having a discussion of what each other saw. They want to make sure they get this call right. It's not like it is in the OHL where you have the tablet that you can review the play, as they've sent Walker back to the bench as they want to have a discussion without any players there involved.
Newton on the ice, still not getting up. The trainer is out there, tending to his forward. And Nolan Newton so far this season has had a respectable rookie year as he slowly gets up now. 40 points in 57 games, 14 goals, 26 assists. He's slow to go across the ice, but it is good to see him moving under his own power after that scary hit from Vassos.
Yeah, you never want to see that here in a hockey game, no matter what team you're cheering for, whether it be the home team or the visitors, as Newton makes his way off the ice, and he's going to go straight through the door down to the dressing room area, and still nothing has been put up the board, but looks like Vassos has been escorted down to the Powassan Voodoos dressing room. So more than likely that means that it's going to be a 5 in a game, as the 5 is now up on the board. So the Cubs will have a 5-minute power play to see if they can capitalize and take the lead here. 1:10 remaining in this first period.
And of course the gallery here in Powassan not happy with the penalty call, as it's 5 minutes up on the board like you said. But you know what? Gotta say I agree with that one on that one for sure. As much as it might hurt the Voodoos.
You gotta definitely agree with the call. Not much you can do about that one.
Sobush going cross ice for Smith. Another chance high off the glass from Asinaway. Asinaway looks back to the point. Nearly got taken out. Now it's back to Inns. Hines to Asinaway. Asinaway back to Hines. Over to Smith. Quick shot out front there. Stopped by Sobush, and now Little has some time. Flips the puck down the ice, and the Voodoos go for a quick change. 30 seconds remain here in this first period. We're all knotted up at 1, but the Cubs will have a power play to start up the second period regardless, as it's a major call. 4 minutes remaining on that right now. 20 seconds in the period. Sobush back to Hines. Over to Smith. Looking to go cross ice. A good stick there by McLean. Stop that dangerous attempt that would have gone to Sobush. To Asinaway. Asinaway in the zone with a quick chance there. Smith can't get that one on net, and that'll finish the period off 1-1. Shots are also tied 7 apiece. And to start the period, the Cubs will have a 3-minute and 49-second long power play here in the Sportsplex.
Good first period for the Powassan Voodoos, getting that early lead as Long picking up his 9th of the season, but Cameron Walker responded with his 18th to get the Cubs back on level ground. It'll be interesting to see how the final 3:49 of that major penalty fares out. Either team can gain some momentum in that second period, either it be with a power play goal by the Cubs, or if the Voodoos find a way to kill off the last 3:49, they'll get some momentum from that penalty kill.
Well, we'll have to see if that's how things go in the second period, and hopefully for the Powassan's sake to get off the schneid a little bit, as they're currently on a 4-game losing streak, looking to hopefully get on with it. And we're going to take a quick break here on the front line, and we'll be back on the other side of this intermission for more hockey.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items, or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
As a Canadore College alumni, you have access to perks. Canadore Alumni Perks. This is a lifetime membership that includes special access to great offers, opportunities to get involved, and so much more. Graduates can access discounts and special offers from businesses and hotels locally, across Canada, and internationally. Get information on special events and news, or access the Alumni Job Portal. Keep in touch with Canador's Alumni Office. Visit canadorcollege.ca/perks. Great things happen here.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
The Frontline Podcast, Season 3. Courtney Kenny, Matthew Sucrum, Derek Lindemann, Bob Coles, and Ben Long bring you closer to your favorite teams like never before. Covering everything to do with hockey in the North Bay area, exclusive interviews with the North Bay Battalion staff and players, expert analysis on the OHL, NOJHL, and more, keeping you up to date on all things Voodoos, Trappers, Lakers, and more. It's a new season, it's a new adventure. The Frontline Podcast Season 3. Available wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay, to see how we can serve you and the community every day.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout Lake Road.
And we welcome you back inside the Powassan Sportsplex, where the Powassan Voodoos are currently playing the Sudbury Cubs, all tied up at 1. After the first period of play, shots on goal 7-7. Also as well, I'm Courtney Kenny, pleased to be joined by Derek Lindemann. 3:49 also remaining on the power play for the Cubs. So we'll have to see if that score changes here early, Derek.
Yeah, it's Austin Vassos. Got a 5-minute major for checking to the head, including a game misconduct. So the Powassan Voodoos will be without the services of Austin Vassos for the rest of tonight's game. Scoring summary in the first period, it was Caden Long opening up the scoring for the Powassan Voodoos at 4:05. His 9th of the season from Ryan Patrick. And then at 17-14, Cameron Walker with his 18th of the season tied things up for the Sudbury Cubs, assisted by Matthew Mazzato as we get ready for the second period. As Courtney said, 3:49 remaining on the power play for the Sudbury Cubs. They were 0 for 1 in the first period with the man advantage.
As we're back underway here at the Sportsplex, the Cubs in their blues are going right to left this period, and the Voodoos in their home whites are going left to right. Smith through the neutral zone. Back over to Biederman. Back over to Smith. Wilkie flips it back in. Asinaway turns that one aside. And it's back out to the point for Hines. Hines gets that one back in. And now Asinaway has it on the far side corner. Asinaway's centering pass is fanned on, but the Cubs regroup and keep it in. Sobush back to Hines. Hines takes a shot. They score. Sudbury once again up 2-1 here. 3:01 remaining.
Looks like Oliver Smith got a touch of that. The pickup is 23rd goal of the season to make it 2-1 here. Sudbury Cubs with 3:01 still remaining in the penalty. 2 Vassos being served by Tyler Moore as the Cubs get their first lead of this hockey game 48 seconds into the second period.
Back underway here, and of course, the Cubs still on the power play as it is a major penalty against the Voodoos. 2:40 remaining in this power play. Now McCharles in deep. Stops up to Foley. Cross ice to Crowder. Back cross ice to McCharles, who bobbles that one. Fans on his chance as well. Now back in for Crowder. Crowder in for Walker. Walker's shot wide, and it misses McCharles and goes down the length of the ice. 2:20 remaining on that power play. 18:20 remaining here in the second period. Shields going after Toffoli. Lifts his stick. Couldn't quite get it, though. Now as Crowder takes another chance, and DeRoccolo stops that.
Picking up assists on that Smith power play marker was Pearson Solbush and Chris Rhines picking up the assists on that power play marker that gave the Cubs a 2-1 lead, as there's still 2:05 remaining in this power play, and the Powassan Voodoos are going to have to try and do everything to kill off that power play and not give up another one.
Smith, his pass out front, couldn't find anybody. Now it's Hines. Back to Sobush. Sobush takes the shot. And that one hit the kick plate. Now Smith behind the net. Back out to the point for Sobush. Cross ice for Asinaway. Asinaway in for Biederman. Biederman centering ice pass. Stopped by a stick by a Voodoos player. And it's back to Sobush. Sobush threw it across for Biederman. And now Shields gets to it and flips it down the ice. And a minute 20 remaining on the power play here. Cubs up 2-1. Asinaway to Hines. Hines to McCharles. McCharles flipped that puck in. Back to Sobush. Now Sudbury with Hines. Flips it over for Sobush. Or And his shot just missed the net as well. Now McCharles behind the net. McCharles back to Sobush at the point. Sobush walking in, takes the shot, and DeRoccolo saves that one. 50 seconds remaining on that power play.
DeRoccolo's ninth save of the game. That's an easy save as he watches that come in from about 25 feet out all the way into that trapper as he makes that save look easy, and the Powassan Voodoos doing an excellent job since that goal, keeping the Cubs to the outside, not allowing anything to get in the middle of the ice for DeRoccolo.
Puck in the far side corner, now back to the point. Crowder with it, back to Toffoli. Toffoli misplayed that one, and the puck is out. Back in for Crowder. Crowder takes a shot, missed the net on that one. O'Brien flips the puck behind his net and tries to shovel it back up, but it's kept in. Another chance there by Walker. DeRoccolo might have got a piece of that one, and the puck's back to the point for Toffoli. 15 seconds remaining on the power play, and the puck is knocked up and over the net and out of play along that wall over the glass.
Even though the Powassan Voodoos have spent the majority of this penalty kill in their defensive zone, they've done an excellent job keeping the Cubs to the outside, not letting them penetrate to the middle of the ice, and nothing really getting through, giving DeRoccolo any trouble since that goal.
Newton, or rather the Cubs, as we're back to 5-on-5, throw the puck on net. DeRoccolo turns that one aside. Sobush still with possession. Our player to watch for the Cubs. Battling for the puck now is Sudbury. Right back down for Liatino. Liatino cross ice for Thompson. Thompson flips the puck down. And now Long, the goal scorer, takes the shot. And that one's turned aside by Bjorn in net, getting his first taste of action here in the second period.
This is a very key time for the Powassan Voodoos, just killing off that 5-minute major, only giving up one goal on that opportunity, and now they have to see if they can push back and gain some momentum. They did an excellent job killing off the second half of that penalty, and now Long getting that quick shot. Let's see if they can create something 5-on-5 as we're back here for the first time in this second period.
Flipped out of play by the Voodoos, and I have to say, even though they allowed a goal on that penalty or power play, to go 5 minutes, shorthanded like that against a team like the Cubs, I think it's a bit of a victory to come out only giving up the one goal.
Exactly, and that's where you got to focus if you're the coaching staff, is don't be ashamed of giving up that one goal. Let's take that momentum of that kill and see if we can turn that into some positives.
Smith flips the puck in deep, and now a battle ensues, but Gazic comes away with it. Powassan looking to go on the attack. Gazic turns the puck over, and Sudbury throws the puck back in with Sobush on it. Gazic flips it up, but Peterman gets to it. Now back to up front. Big save there by DeRoccolo. Now he's without a stick, though. What a save by Daniel DeRoccolo there for the Voodoos.
And that was made even harder as he tried to make that push right to left. His stick got cut up in the net, and that's what caused it to get out of his hand.
Looking up ice is Liatino to Service. Service tried to flip the puck out, and now it does get out to Moore. Moore sends the puck in. Bjorn plays it over to Sobush. Sobush loses it to O'Brien, and O'Brien back passes into the zone, but is picked up pretty quickly by Ellis, who throws the puck down the ice, and that's going to go for
icing, and now it's going to be a hectic show at the bench, trying to get the right 5 skaters.
Okay, I thought
there.
he was looking to say, hey, too many men at first.
I thought so too, but then the icing call right away. So they do get the 5 Cubs back there out on the ice as the Powassan Voodoos prepare for an offensive draw.
O'Brien takes a shot, misses the net. Wilkie throws it back out front, back to Little now at the point. Little to Smetham. Smetham behind to Little. Little twisting and turning. Gets it back to Shields. Shields behind. And now it's flipped out for Wilkie. Wilkie carries the puck in, takes the shot. That one didn't reach the net as it was blocked in front. And now Little can't keep the line, and it's Wilkie in a foot race with Biederman. Wilkie throws the puck blindly up ice. Now the Voodoos with a chance. Smetham back to O'Brien. O'Brien, oh, he would have had the wide open net there. And that was Little on a nice give and go there with O'Brien. Back to Liatino. Liatino, one of the players honored in the pregame ceremony. Gets the puck to Patrick. Now it's Smetham. Out front, couldn't get anyone as it goes back to Liatino in his own zone. Liatino with Crowder on his trail. Stops up in front of the net. Now Liatino slows things down. Looks up ice quickly for Patrick, and Patrick throws it up the ice for Service. Service throws it into the Cubs zone. Bjorn plays it from behind his net. And now McLean keeps it in on a good pinch. McLean out front with a chance there was the Voodoos. Liatino. Looking around now, Sturge keeps the puck in, but not for long as Sudbury now back on the attack with Asinaway leading the charge. Asinaway gains the zone, gets it back to Toffoli. Toffoli looking over for Crowder. Crowder fanned on his chances. That was a golden opportunity there for the Cubs. Toffoli in, and DeRoccolo gets the glove on that one as Crowder was in front of his net. And now he's going to share some words with McLean after the whistle.
Yeah, McLean not happy with that exchange as Crowder just seconds before that slid into the goaltender DeRoccolo, and McLean giving him a little bit of a push off after the whistle as they exchanged pleasantries on the way back to their respective benches.
Biederman in for the draw. Having a bit of some words here with the linesman as the linesman takes his time, much to the chagrin of a lot of the Voodoos fans. As now we get another quick whistle here. As you heard one of the referees yelling, I guess it went offside, so that's what we're going to have here as the linesman called that one.
Yeah, quick offside as the puck just came out of the zone as the Cubs causing that face-off.
Thrown back in on the Voodoos' end. Battling for possession is Ricci. Ricci up quickly to Kelly. Kelly loses the handle on it and gave it away. And now Walker goes the other way. Walker scored the first goal in the game, takes a shot, stopped by DeRoccolo. And now the puck comes around quickly. That was Shorman who had it. He flips around. Siren on a good keep in the Voodoos zone. Walker battling with Gazic at the backboards. Puck comes loose. Back out to the point now. And that one's sent cross ice. No chance there for anyone to get a shot away. Shorman keeps the puck in. Bodies falling all over the place now with Biederman with possession. Biederman throws the puck cross ice around the end wall again, and now that one's not kept in, so there will be an offside, delayed. Up to Long. Long just gets a stick on it and sends it in deep, so no icing. And that was Siren who left it for Shorman. And Shorman couldn't get a shot away, or couldn't get a chance, I should say, at first. He didn't see it coming, so he resets behind his net. And now Walker loses that one with Gazic on the puck. Thomas Gazic up to Wilkie. Wilkie loses the puck on the skates of the linesman. Now it's Service behind his net for Little. Little sets up behind his net. And now Service looks to get out of his zone, but he nearly gives it away. Little with possession. And Service flips it back out. Stuck at the Cubs bench, though. The Voodoos can't get very far. Back to Wilkie. Wilkie battling for it. Now Harris gets to it. Gazic with possession. Up to Moore. Moore looks to go cross ice. His pass hits the skate of a Cubs player. And now Sudbury once again has possession. Hines gets the puck flipped into the zone. Service going after it. Moore picks it up. The affiliate player here in his fourth game. Service. Puck in deep now with Liatino battling for it. Sudbury player on the ice, not getting up as the players are digging for the puck in and around him. As Smith, that's Smith that was on the ice. Now back to the point, stopped by Duracolo with a shot on net. 14-10 now, the shots in favor of Sudbury. Voodoos without a shot here in a while. And it's in deep for Wilkie. Wilkie beat to the puck out front. Great save by Duracolo. And they've left their goaltender out to dry a few times here in the second period. And he's made some great saves when needed.
Shots 9-3 so far for the Cubs in this second period.
Back in for Shields. Shields flips the puck down the ice. Back in for Shields. Shields behind the net up to O'Brien. O'Brien flips that one out, and Ein stops that one up briefly enough that Smetham couldn't get going with it. Back up for Biederman. Biederman flips the puck cross ice. McLean with it. Loses the handle on it. Now it's out front. Mazzato with the shot blocked in front there by the Voodoos. McLean, as there's going to be a penalty now against the Cubs. Or rather, we're going to get a high sticking call against, looks like Powassan. So it gives a chance for the not so obnoxious Sudbury fans to get loud.
Yeah, it's going to be O'Brien going to the box for the Powassan Voodoos as they take their second penalty of this game, even though the Cubs were 1 for 2 on the 5-minute major. So this will be their third opportunity with a man advantage here. 8:42 remaining in the second period, and the Cubs with a great opportunity to take a 2-goal lead.
Toffoli. In for McCharles. Back to Toffoli. Toffoli for McCharles. Takes a shot, kicked aside by Duracolo. Behind the net now, Sudbury. Setting up back to Crowder. Crowder takes the shot, blocked in front. Back to Toffoli. Toffoli back in deep. And now it's Crowder. Crowder walks the line. Tries to get a shot on goal. Now Service with a good skate there stops that one. And that is definitely interference there on Crowder as he kept Service from getting a chance shorthanded.
So that will eliminate any Cubs power play. Only 33 seconds in as Crowder takes that interference penalty as he cut off the pass. A Service who looked to have a step on Crowder to get to that loose puck. So the Powassan Voodoos will be 4-on-4 here for the next minute 27, and then the Voodoos will have a 33-second power play of their own if nothing else happens before the time expires.
Thompson was battling for it off the face-off. Now it's a Sinaway in the neutral zone. Back quickly to Eins, who takes a hard hit from Thompson. Liatino in his own zone, stops up. Liatino looking up ice. He gives it over to Little. Little on cross ice with a chance. Here's Liatino, and that one's turned aside. Liatino taking it hard, and now a Sinaway with lots of speed through the neutral zone. Sinaway takes the shot, it's up and over the net. And now Little looks up ice, goes cross ice for Long. Can't find him, gets it to Thompson. Thompson back to Little. Little up ice for Long. Long taken hard into the boards for Liatino to pick up the loose puck. Voodoos going to go for a quick change here. Liatino leaves it off as we're going to get 30 seconds remaining on this 4-on-4 before the Voodoos get a shortened power play. Wilkie. Cross ice for Gazic. Gazic pass right out of the reach of Kelly. Kelly up ice looking for Smith. Good stick there by Ricci. Keeps the puck away. And now it's Wilkie once again with the puck in his own zone. 5 seconds remain on this 4-on-4. So the Voodoos about to be on the power play as O'Brien hops over the boards. Wilkie gains the red line and throws the puck in. Bjorn plays the puck, and he plays it right out of the zone as there was no Voodoo defender there to stop it. Wilkie flips it back in, but the Cubs are going to get possession of it and flip it up the ice quickly. And now that's Biederman with it. Just a few seconds remaining on this short power play for the Voodoos. And the puck is knocked down to the Voodoo zone. And we're about to get back to 5-on-5 with McLean going on an end-to-end dash. McLean out front and there was nobody there to bury it. O'Brien cross ice now for Thompson with the shot. Good save there by Bjorn as we get back to 5-on-5 action, and we're going to reach our mid-period break here on the front line, so we'll be back on the other side of this.
This period is brought to you by Canada Alumni First. Get information on special events and news or access the alumni job portal. Visit canadacollege.ca/perks for more information.
As we welcome you back inside the Powassan Sportsplex, as the Voodoos are trying to turn on the heat a little bit here, trailing 2-1, but getting a couple of good chances there just before the whistle.
That was probably the best chance they had of this period, and unfortunately for the Voodoos, Boline able to come across and make that glove save. You want to get that shot off a little bit faster, not allow the goaltender to set up and get square in his stance as the Powassan Voodoos looking to get back on even ground. Just over 5 minutes left here in this second period, and it's going to be important again as the Powassan Voodoos are trying to close this back and get back on level ground here. 6:03 remaining in this second period as we come out of this media timeout.
Voodoos with an offensive zone draw here. As we mentioned, coming along a little bit stronger there. Seems to be a war of words between some fans and some of those Sudbury fans in the stands, according to my social media as well. Smetham to Liatino. In for Shields. Shields couldn't get a shot away. Might get a little bit rough here in Powassan on St. Paddy's Day. McLean in behind the net for Smetham. Smetham battling it out. Comes away with it, gets to Shields in the slot. He couldn't get a good handle on it though. McLean takes another chance. That heavy shot hit the end wall. In now for O'Brien. O'Brien going cross ice. He had Liatino, but Liatino couldn't get a shot away. Liatino flips the puck in again for O'Brien. O'Brien was looking for a good bounce off the end boards. And now it's up for Sobush. Sobush back in for Biederman. Siren up to McCharles. McCharles couldn't gain the zone, so the Voodoos will have a chance to get out of their zone as the Cubs had to tag up. Behind his net now with his Bjorn stopping it up. Gazic first in on that one though, behind the netminder. Battle for the puck ensues. Sudbury with possession. Gazic comes away and takes the shot, and a good save there by Bjorn, with the Voodoos really pouring it on here in the last few moments. Service at the Cubs bench over to Fullerton. Fullerton back to Gazic. Gazic flips the puck in. Big hit there at the center ice as well by Renault and Gazic. Mazzotta into the Voodoo zone. Flips it in. Can't get a shot away there as there's a good hit there leveled by Gazic. And a Cubs player lays on the ice. Slow to get up as the trainer once again will have to come across the ice for Sudbury, getting in his steps today.
Yeah, it looks like that's Ben Harris still on the ice after receiving that hit. The physicality seemed to pick up here in this second period as both of these teams will not meet up until the finals. If they both find a way to make it there in the playoffs, this will be the last meeting between these two squads. We know how it's ended here in Powassan the last time the Cubs were in town, and it looks like it's going to be a close affair here again, as with 4:13 remaining in this middle frame, it's the visiting Sudbury Cubs up by a score 2-1 as they scored early in the second period to take that 1-goal lead with the man advantage.
Looks like Harris is getting up to his feet. A little slow and dazed as he looks to check his cage as well. So we'll have to see if he returns. We haven't seen Newton return yet. Likely he's done for the game after a scary hit from Vassos in the first period. And we'll have to see from Harris on a clean check by Gazic, just kind of caught him by surprise down by the Voodoo's net.
Exactly. That's exactly how I saw it, too. It was just a clean hit that caught Harris by surprise as he leaves through the door down into the dressing room areas. That is assistant captain Colt Crowder having some words with the official to see if there should have been a penalty on that or not. And that's going to fall on deaf ears, so we'll have to wait and see if that comes back to pay dividends later on as the face-off will come outside the Powassan Voodoos blue line right in front of our broadcast area.
Harris with 13 points in 52 games. Been a good little player for the Cubs here this year. Kelly trying to battle for the puck. Sudbury with possession, though. Back to Kelly. Kelly can't get it past Walker. Walker back to the blue line. Chance on goal there is turned aside by a leg, so the puck never got to Duracolo. Now Mazzato with it. Back to the point. Good chance there. They score! Sudbury up 3-1 on a point shot there.
And that's going to be Cameron Walker's second of the game as he picks up his 19th of the season as he sends that from the blue line, goes through everyone as Duracolo had no chance as he was screened by multiple layers as it's 3-1 here with 3:42 left, and it's now going to be an important final 3:42 here for the Powassan Voodoos. You try not to go into the dressing room down 2 against a strong Cubs team.
And it's a shame the Voodoos had been turning on the Jets, so to speak, in the last few moments before that injury. And now they'll look to do so again. Service stopping up. Back to the point for McLean. McLean with a chance, tipped on net, just wide. Liatino back to Service. Service for Liatino. His shot goes cross ice. And Sturge now just shovels the puck in behind the net for Patrick. Patrick behind the net for Service. Service slowing things down. Gets it back for McLean. In for Patrick. Patrick takes the shot. It's well high and over the net. Set back in for Liatino. Good bounce back shift here for the Voodoos, keeping Sudbury in their own zone. Patrick battling for the puck on the far side. And that's Sturge now. He shoots the puck over with his hand, but because Sudbury picked it up, no hand pass is called. Sobush throws the puck into the Voodoo zone, misses the net, hits the kick plate, and Ricci gets to it. Ricci behind his net, starting things up. 2.5 minutes remain in the second period. 3-1 Sudbury leads. And without Dan Duracolo, you could argue the score could be even higher.
Oh, definitely. Duracolo making 3 or 4 good saves from point blank to keep this a 2-goal game as his teammates have not helped him out much on those 17 shots. A couple of them coming from right in front of top of that blue paint, but Duracolo having a good game for the Voodoos.
Voodoos with possession, get the puck up and down the ice. Smetham chases after it with Siren. And now Sudbury once again with possession. That's Shorman. Over to Siren. Siren up the ice for McCharles. He gets tied up and is sent down into the Voodoo zone with Sudbury getting to it first. Fullerton quickly up ice for Shields. Shields gains the red line, tried to send it in. And now a couple of bodies come together at the Voodoo's bench, and we'll get a stoppage here.
Couple other games on the NOJHL schedule tonight. First off in Timmins, the Blind River Beavers are leading the Timmins Rock by a score of 5-0. That's just getting underway in the second period, and through one period up in Sioux, Michigan, the Eagles lead the Elliott Lake Red Wings by a score of 2-1.
So the Blind River Beavers doing their part as a shot by Shorman hits the roof, doing their part to help out the Cubs as they still look to gain some ground on the Rock. As mentioned, the Cubs can still clinch first overall, but they'll need help. They're 1 point back of the Rock, who have a game in hand, and the Cubs' last game is tonight. Well, the Rock face Blind River, as mentioned, and then the Sioux Thunderbirds, who are no slouches as well, later this weekend. Battling for the puck behind the net is McCharles. McCharles comes away with it, gives it away to Moore, though. Flip down for Vassos. Vassos or service rather, taken in hard into the boards. And the puck sent back up ice quickly, but out of the hands of Sudbury. And now Powassan with possession. Last minute of play in the second period coming up. 3-1 for the Cubs. And McLean with the puck behind his net. McLean throws it up for Liatino. Liatino stops up. Goes cross ice for Gazic. Gazic flips the puck in and goes off for a change. Thompson chasing after the puck. It's Landers with it. Thompson throws the puck back in for Long to go after, but it's Shorman who gets to it first. Back to Siren. Siren to Crowder. Flip back in. Crowder chasing after the puck now. McLean battling for it. Long has the puck, loses it to Shorman. Shorman flips it off the boards and out. And now Thompson knocked down by Landers, and Landers gets possession. 10 seconds remaining here in this period. 3-1 Cubs lead. Another chance here for Sudbury, who have possession late. Thrown across net, and that one stopped by Duracolo. So we'll get another stop in the period here, rather, as that'll do it all for 40 minutes of play. As the Powassan Voodoos find themselves facing a 2-goal deficit heading into the third period. They scored the first goal of this game, and Sudbury scored 3 unanswered thus far. Shots on goal 17-12, also in favor of the Cubs. But the game is not out of reach for Powassan.
No, the Sudbury Cubs very dominant in this second period, spending a lot of time in the offensive zone, outshooting the Powassan Voodoos 10-5 in that second period, 17-12 in total, as Courtney said, and it was the Cubs striking early as Oliver Smith picked up his 23rd of the season on the power play, and then Walker with his second of the game made it a 2-goal lead for the Sudbury Cubs, but the Powassan Voodoos still have 20 minutes left if they want to try and come away and end that 4-game winning streak.
Well, as mentioned, 3-1. And we're after 40 minutes played here.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online. Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
As a Canadore College alumni, you have access to perks. Canadore Alumni Perks. This is a lifetime membership that includes special access to great offers, opportunities to get involved, and so much more. Graduates can access discounts and special offers from businesses and hotels locally, across Canada, and internationally. Get information on special events and news, or access the alumni job portal. Keep in touch with Canadore's alumni office. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks. Great things happen here.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
The Frontline Podcast, Season 3. Courtney Kenny, Matthew Sucrum, Derek Lindemann, Bob Coles, and Ben Long bring you closer to your favorite teams like never before. Covering everything to do with hockey in the North Bay area, exclusive interviews with the North Bay Battalion staff and players, expert analysis on the OHL, NOJHL, and more, keeping you up to date on all things Voodoos, Trappers, Lakers, and more. It's a new season, it's a new adventure. The Frontline Podcast Season 3. Available wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay, to see how we can serve you and the community every day.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.
Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout.
And we welcome you back inside the Powassan Sportsplex after Derek so abruptly cut me out of that before we went to the intermission, although no one wants to hear me talk anyway. So if you're still here, hey, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm Courtney Kenny. Pleased to be joined by Derek Lindeman, Mike Brown, the camera operator as well for Hockey TV action. We are on YouTube if you want to find us at the Frontline North Bay. And, of course, we also have Battalion Hockey. We have Voodoos Hockey. We were doing Trappers. Trappers are done for the year on our side of things. So we also have a weekly podcast covering local hockey. This week, Dallin Wakely and equipment manager Mackenzie Campbell of the North Bay Battalion helping us out with our podcast as we get back underway here at the Powassan Sportsplex. The Voodoos in their home whites are going right to left, and the Cubs in their road blues are going left to right as that one hits a referee. And now Sudbury on the attack. They're up 3-1 as well after the first two periods. Smetham looks to shovel the puck down the ice. He does. And now it's O'Brien. O'Brien with the puck on the near side corner. Flips the puck around for Leotino. Leotino can't hold it in as Crowder flips the puck cross ice. And McLean tried to get a handle on it. Now he does, up to Moore. Moore looks to flip the puck down the ice, but instead it hits a skate, and that kind of seems to be the tail of the game for the Voodoos. Every outlook pass they have ends up hitting a skate of a Sudbury player. Puck down the ice with Moore chasing after it. Ellis will get to it first. Moore chasing after him, hot on his tail. Down the ice though for Ricci. Ricci back for Gazic. Gazic gives it away, and now a chance here by Sudbury goes wide. Smith into his own zone, or into the Voodoo zone for McLean. McLean sends the puck down, but Sudbury keeps it down in the Voodoo's end of the ice. Not for long though, as Moore tries to flip that one in. But now it's to Smith near the broadcast. He flips that one into the Voodoo zone. Fullerton goes after it. And he takes a hard hit right in front of his bench. And the puck is flipped down into the Voodoo zone for Ricci. Ricci stops up, takes a hit, leaves it for Kelly. Just under 2 minutes gone here in this third period. Sudbury leads 3-1. Stretch pass there. Quickly out front, chance there for Long as he got the backhanded shot away, but couldn't bury it. Kelly with the puck. Back to the point for Little. Little can't hold on to it. He keeps the puck in though, however. Yet gives it away to Walker, who's on hat-trick watch. Walker in, takes the shot, stopped there by Duracolo. And we'll get our first face-off here of the third period.
First shot of this third period as it was Walker coming down the right wing side. Tried to go 5-0, but Duracolo going to that butterfly, making sure no rebound was to have, as Duracolo been busy tonight, even though it doesn't show well on the shot clock. 18-12 the shots for the Cubs, but Duracolo making 4 saves from point-blank saves, or point-blank range for the Voodoos.
Lots of great chances for Sudbury in this game. But Duracolo doing his part to help the Voodoos out. As you mentioned, lots of point-blank saves there. And the game would be out of hand if not for the goaltender for Powassan. Dan to Bjorn. Bjorn throws the puck up ice. Crowder gets to it. Flips the puck in. And Sudbury chases after it. McLean tried to get to it first. And now Smetham gets to it, but falls down as Crowder knocks him to the ice. Puck in deep. Patrick up ice quickly for Leotino. Leotino gains the red line. Tries to get it to Sturge, but now we'll get an offside call against the Voodoos, so we'll get a draw here out of the zone.
Voodoos still have yet to really get anything established here in the third period. As they come into this period trailing by 2 goals, they've got to pick up the pace and find a way to generate some offense and keep the puck in the offensive zone and get the Cubs back on their heels.
Ellis throws the puck in to the Voodoo zone. Going after that one is O'Brien. O'Brien flips the puck out of his zone, and that'll be Smetham who chases after it before blowing a tire. Second time we've seen Smetham blow a tire in this period. On back-to-back shifts, Biederman in tight takes the shot. Rocklow turns that one aside. 16-18 here in this third period. 3-1 Cubs lead. Puck out front. Bit of a bouncing puck. Good shot attempt there by Sobush, though. And now the puck sent rink wide. And Smetham hits it off the boards and chips it out. Back out for Biederman. Biederman chips it over to Sobush. Sobush misses that chance. And now it's Gazic looking up ice for O'Brien. But he couldn't corral the pass. And the Cubs pick it up once again in their own zone. Ellis through the neutral zone up to Walker. Walker flips the puck in high off the glass. Stays in though. Wilkie over for Little. Little goes cross ice for Moore, but that was well behind the play, so that will go for offside. As kind of previously mentioned, Alex Little leads the Voodoos with 20 goals and 57 points this year. He broke the Voodoos single season scoring record for a defenseman back on Family Day in Sudbury, which previously stood at 45 points by Dayton Murray.
Yeah, I remember that season quite well back in 2016-17. That was the year the Voodoos went on to win the NOJHL championship. Murray had that potent slap shot from the blue line.
He was dangerous, for sure. Although I think Alex Little might trade, as there's a big hit there against Gazic. I think Little might trade the points for maybe a championship here for Powassan this season. Gazic shoves the puck up ice, loses it though. And now Powassan scrambling a little bit, gets it to the red line, but no further. Another chance here by Shorman as he takes more into the boards. And left for Liatino. Liatino stopping up, letting his guys get a change and get set. Liatino flips it up for Kelly. Kelly, with not much space or time, got it back to Liatino. And now the Cubs had the puck, but now we're going to have a penalty called against the Voodoos as Crowder finds himself on the ice.
Yeah, a little bit of a trip there as Thompson going to the box for the Powassan Voodoos. Remember, back on Family Day, it was Crowder that took out Gazic with that knee and call as things start to heat up between the Powassan Voodoos and the Sudbury Cubs. Still 14:33 left in this third period, and this is not the way the Powassan Voodoos will get back into it, is giving power play opportunities to the Sudbury Cubs. Cubs 1 for 3 on the man advantage so far this evening.
Of course, that coming on a 5-minute major early in the second. This Sinaway back to the point for Smith. Smith throws it back in. Biederman at the side of the net. Back out front for Smith. Smith's shot stopped by Duracolo. And now Smith once again at the blue line. Back in for Biederman. Switching positions with Smith. Takes a chance with a pass. Backhanded chance by Smith goes well over the net, but remains in play. Powassan now with possession. Flips the puck down the ice. And that'll kill off some time here with a minute 20 remaining on the man advantage. A quick pass up for Sinaway. He goes well offside according to the linesman. And if you like NOJHL coverage, which if you're watching this game, hopefully you do, we should have, speaking of our podcast, an NOJHL roundtable coming up sometime within the next week, Derek.
Yeah, we're hopefully taking a look at the playoffs and how we think things might settle down throughout the playoffs. As we know, the Powassan Voodoos will open up their series next Saturday up in Hearst. They'll play Saturday, Sunday, and we'll preview the 4 playoff series and look back at the season that was in the NOJHL.
Some big moments indeed across the league as things wrap up here. Coming to you from our new studio. Looking forward to getting back in there and record some more episodes of Sinaway. Back to Eins. And that shot comes in, stopped by Duracolo. 55 seconds left on the man advantage. 3-1 Cubs still lead at this point.
Powassan Voodoos will finish off their regular season on home ice tomorrow night as they host the Espanola Paper Kings. We'll have that on the front line as well as Hockey TV, as it will be Matt Sukram on the play-by-play. I'll be doing color again from the Powassan Sportsplex tomorrow evening, 7 o'clock puck drop here in the Powassan.
That'll wrap up the NOJHL regular season for the Voodoos as they look to get right the ship a little bit before the playoffs, get back to a winning record or winning streak, as they're currently on a 4-game losing streak and in danger of making it 5. 30 seconds remain here. Walker shovels it in. Good chance there by Sudbury. Stopped out by Duracolo as he keeps the puck out of his net once again. Duracolo making plenty of big saves in this one as the shots are now up to 22-13.
Yeah, Duracolo staying square to the shooter, not making sure there was no gaps in there between the upper arm and the inside of his body, as he was unsure momentarily where that puck was as he pushed out of the crease to make sure it didn't find a way behind him.
Puck knocked out of the zone, takes a funny hump off the glass, and it's out. Good chance here now for Sudbury. Back to Mazzotta. Mazzotta takes the shot. That one's blocked at the side of the net by Walker. And 5 seconds remain on the man advantage. Back to Toffoli. Toffoli stops up to Crowder. And Moore now with the puck. Moore flips it down the ice, and Sudbury once again can't convert on the power play. So the Voodoos penalty kill looking great right now. It's a good chance comes in once again for Sudbury. As Crowder out a point blank shot, stopped by Duracolo. Crowder in deep, takes a run at a Voodoos player. That was Ricci. Both staying on their feet though. Landers to Mazzotta. Mazzotta walks in, takes the shot, stopped by Duracolo. On the doorstep was Crowder, and he put the rebound wide. Biederman, and then a huge save again by Duracolo with the glove. Looking as if he's mid-season Ozzie Smith.
Yeah, big glove save. Duracolo flashing the leather there as he looked like the shortstop Ozzie Smith back in the St. Louis Cardinal days, as he was robbing the leather there, making a couple more big saves. Crowder just missing by putting that open puck above the crossbar.
Siren takes a shot in on Duracolo, tipped in by Landers and stopped by D-Rock. And the only thing that would have made that a little bit better is if he did the backflip like Ozzie Smith.
Okay, we got to be quiet here.
Sorry for those at home.
No luck
Derek
on the
Lindemann.
50-50.
Derek Lindemann was looking for the 50-50. So when somebody says serious about the 50-50 is Derek Lindemann, you definitely take some moments here for him to hear the numbers. Shots on goal up to 26 for Sudbury, 13 for the Voodoos, as they have not come out strong here in this third period yet. They've had spurts of it in this game long. The lone goal scorer for the Voodoos throws the puck over to Thompson. Thompson throws it in as McCharles takes a few whacks at Chase Thompson. Now with the puck, that was Renault. Renault sends that one down the ice for Wilkie. Wilkie to Little. Little back to his D partner Wilkie as he has the puck behind his net, setting things up. Wilkie slowing things down. Sends it up to Kelly. Over to Little. The captain of the Voodoos carries the puck down the ice. Gains the zone. Comes in looking like a man on a mission. Couldn't get the shot away though. As now Kelly is twisting and turning in the Sudbury zone. Falls to the ice. Gets the puck out to Service. Service tries to flip the puck back out. And now he's just going to flip it back in and chase after it. Liam Service was holding on to the puck for dear life there for a moment, but now it bounces up and out of play. So we'll get another stoppage here with 10:37 remaining in this third period.
Coming down to the stretch time and important minutes now for the Powassan Voodoos. They're going to have to find a way to start opening up the ice. Only one shot here in this third period to 9 already for the Sudbury Cubs. The Voodoos have to find a way if they want to get back into this to create some offensive chances.
In off the face-off is Sudbury with Smith. Smith looks out front for Biederman. Biederman in the zone, takes a shot. That one was blocked. Now Ines goes cross ice for Ellis. Ellis with the shot, blocked aside by Duracolo. Now to Biederman. Liatino shovels the puck up and out of the zone. And that's going to go right back to the Cubs zone for Ellis. Ellis walking in. Couldn't get a shot away. 10 minutes remaining here with Smith at the point. Smith from in tight, tried to get the puck to center. Didn't get the shot away though. As now McLean back to O'Brien. O'Brien just flips the puck out and it flutters to center ice for Biederman. Biederman back to his defenseman, to Sobush. Hines now. Or rather, Ellis gains the red line and throws the puck into the Voodoos zone. McLean chasing after the puck with Smith hot on his trail. Stops up. Leaves it for Shields. Shields, one of the top goal scorers here on the Voodoos. If anyone's going to look to pot one, it's going to be him or Smetham, both tied for the lead in goals at 25. O'Brien chasing the puck in, decides to leave it. And now Sudbury just slows things down before Sinaway gets the puck in the neutral zone. Crowder into the Voodoo zone. No penalty coming on that one, as the referees have kind of let a few go in this one. Over 11 minutes gone in this final frame. Back to Mazzotta. In for Crowder. Crowder looks to center it. That puck just goes cross ice for O'Brien. Back to Smetham. Smetham chips the puck down the ice. And now Sudbury's going to reset in their own zone. Stretch pass for Crowder, knocked away by Little. Little goes cross ice. His pass found no one. Hit the boards and went back out into the neutral zone, so Wilkie had to throw the puck back in. Toffoli setting up behind his net. Very tall defenseman. Wouldn't want to go into the corner with him. As now Sinaway with some speed shovels the puck down to the Voodoo zone for service. Wilkie for Gazic. Gazic flips the puck out for Little, who leaves it for Gazic, who just gains the red line and throws the puck into the Cubs zone to negate the icing. McCharles up the ice now, carries it into the Voodoo zone, tries to throw it on net, and it just sails through center ice. Little battling for the puck on the far side wall with a bit of a scrum now as the puck is flipped back into the zone. Shorman chasing after it. Shorman hauled down, takes the stick out of the Voodoo's hand. Then a hand pass goes uncalled as well. Liatino down into the Sudbury zone, throws the puck in front of the net. Couldn't get that shot to go to anyone though, as Sturge flips across ice for Ricci. Back to Sturge. Sturge throws the puck down the ice. Bouncing puck is knocked in by Long. Kelly tried to get it to Thompson. Now it's Long coming in for support. Long throws Walker into the boards. And now it's Thompson, who tried to bring the puck in and get a shot away, but couldn't. Still hardly any shots in this period for the Voodoos, as O'Brien was looking cross ice for Thompson. Back to Ricci. Ricci throws it on net, blocked aside by Bjorn. Now it's back to Fullerton. Fullerton to Thompson, flips that one in. Now bodies falling on the ice, and Sudbury just flips it up and out of their zone with Ricci chasing after it. Ricci at the goal line. Stops up where the Zamboni doors are and throws the puck up ice. Now Ellis chases it. Bjolne nearly puts it into his own net, and that would have been a gift for Powassan. Shields to O'Brien. O'Brien throws the puck in back around the net, and now Shields picks it up, tries to throw it out front. Bjolne was nowhere near his net, so it would have been a wide open cage for a lucky Voodoo player, but nobody was there. Bjolne just kind of being caught here, not necessarily sleeping, but maybe a little bit rusty from not getting so much action this period. Thrown back in, Patrick will go after, but that'll go for icing here at the Powassan Sportsplex. So the Voodoos will get an offensive draw, although with the way this period is going, one has to think it's not going to help them too much.
Yeah, only 5:35 remaining in this final frame. Powassan still find themselves down 2, but have to find a way to get some offensive chances. Maybe it's by dumping in the puck and letting Bolnay play the puck to get that open cage again.
Sent down the ice. Sturge with the puck in his own zone. Goes cross ice for Little. Little sends it up ice for Service. Service with some speed into the zone, shoots it out front, and that's going to be a penalty against the Cubs here. So the Voodoos will have a chance left with 5:15 left in this period on the man advantage.
Powassan 0 for 2 on the power play tonight, but we'll get another opportunity as Aiden Launders gets called for that high sticking. So the Voodoos will have a power play with 5:15 left, trailing by 2, and none other than this opportunity here for the Voodoos if they want to look to get back into this game into the final quarter of this third period. Very important time for the Powassan Voodoos.
Shields in for the draw, wins it back, but there's no one there. So now going the other way is Walker. Walker on hat-trick watch, throws the puck on net, turned aside by DeRoccolo. Back to Thompson. Thompson through the neutral zone, gets it to Little. Little flips the puck down but can't gain the zone as McCharles keeps it out. McCharles sends it right back down to the Voodoo zone, and Wilkie picks it up. Wilkie to Little. Little couldn't convert the pass, and now McCharles will carry the puck into the Voodoo zone before he loses it to Little. Little up the ice to Gazic. Gazic tries to muscle his way in on net. Couldn't turn anything into that. Now McCharles just throws the puck down the ice, but Liatino keeps that alive at the red line. Liatino twisting and turning. Who's on the power play here? Makes you kind of wonder. Ricci with possession. The Cubs are basically playing this as if they're still 5-on-5, keeping the Voodoos out of their own zone. Throws the puck in. Mazzotta will be the first on that one as Gazic comes in for help. And the Cubs throw the puck right back down the ice and on DeRoccolo's net. Less than a minute remaining on the man advantage. Liatino picks it up from his goaltender. 3:53 remain in this period. 3-1 Cubs lead. Thrown across the ice by Smith or O'Brien, finds nobody. As it hit a body in front, now it's Ricci with the puck. Throws it in. Gets a chance back for Smith and back to Ricci. Liatino now walks the line, changes spots with Ricci, throws the puck on net, and that one misses the net. O'Brien with a chance. Throws it around the perimeter. Back to Liatino. Quick pass back for Ricci, and that one's going to be stopped by Bjolne, who got his first real puck on net this period or for a long time.
8 seconds remaining in this power play opportunity for the Powassan Voodoos, as that was the first shot they fired on this power play. Shots are tied 1-1 with the man advantage here in this power play opportunity, but it's the Voodoos need to get things going if they want to get back into this hockey game.
Well, that'll do it there for the power play as the Cubs send the puck down the ice. Little will chase after it. Something incredible will have to go right here for the Voodoos in the final 3 minutes for them to even sniff at the goal. Kelly couldn't get a shot away as the puck is bouncing around and just couldn't find anybody's stick. Thompson throws it down for Long. Long got a piece of that, so no icing call there. And now Biederman up to Smith. Smith to Sturge. Sturge battling for the puck now. And Sturge has it behind the net. Sturge throws it back to his teammates, but it's going to be Shorman that gets to it first. Shorman with the puck, battling, and just puts it up against the wall. Now the Voodoos come away with it briefly before Shorman gets it back and flips it down the ice for a chance for Smith. Smith takes the shot. That one's stopped by DeRoccolo, and we'll get our mid-period break here now with the Voodoos trailing 3-1 and 2:21 remaining in this third period.
This period is brought to you by Canada Alumni Perks. Get information on special events and news or access the alumni job portal. Visit canadacollege.ca/perks for more information.
Tonight's 3 Stars is brought to you by Dave's Automotive Services, 411 Airport Road in North Bay. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect from Dave's.
Well, I was going to say we'll be back right after this, but I guess we're back now. Courtney Kenny, pleased to be joined by Derek Lindeman and Mike Brown here at the Powassan Sportsplex. With a few moments left on the clock, 3-1 Voodoos trail the Cubs. And the Cubs are doing their part to try and take the lead in the NOJHL.
And Blind River helping out the Cubs tonight as they lead the Timmins Rock by a score of 7-2 after 2 periods play. The other game, the Sioux Eagles currently leading the Red Wings of Elliott Lake 3-1. Of note, the game between the Sioux Thunderbirds and the Kirkland Lake Gold Miners have been postponed due to the weather. So we'll have to wait and see if that game will be made up on Sunday, as this is final weekend for the NOJHL. Could mean something for the Kirkland Lake Gold Miners, as they're currently 3 points behind the French River Rapids for that 4th and final spot of the Eastern Conference. And those 2 teams will meet up tomorrow night in French River.
Should be an interesting game in Noelville tomorrow. Great food at that rink too. Smetham to Little, and they just throw the puck in net. 2 minutes remain here in this 3rd period. 3-1 Sudbury leads. And now that's Smetham with it. Throws it to nobody, to Asinaway now with the puck. Asinaway takes a shot well high and over the net. And Ines picks it up in the neutral zone. Ines up ice for Ellis. Ellis threw it in, and that was tipped in by Asinaway, but Little got to it. 1:40 remaining in this period. 3-1 Cubs lead. The lone goal scorer for the Voodoos going to Caden Long. And now Liatino flips the puck in and can't get it very far though, as the Voodoos, as they've had all period, have struggled getting into the Cubs zone. Smetham took a shot, blocked by Ellis. Sent back in, now the Cubs trying to get it out. Shields turns and takes a shot. Bjolny looked a little handcuffed by that one, but still kicked that one aside. Voodoos, Liatino sends the puck in deep. And now 2 Voodoos players knock into the other guy. Less than a minute remain in this period. Shot on net by Liatino. Kept in by Little. Net empty for Powassan. Knocked out and out of the zone. No icing call on that one, as it was deemed that it hit somebody. Liatino. Up the ice for Gazic. Gazic, cross ice for Long. Long leaves it for Kelly. Kelly looking out front for Gazic. And the puck's going to get out of the zone. 30 seconds remain with the Voodoos up a man right now with the extra attacker. Biederman. Down for Smith, just out of his reach. Gazic back to Thompson. To Gazic. Gazic throws the puck out front. Didn't get on net though. Now as it's Ricci. Ricci throws it on net. They score! The Powassan Voodoos cut it to within 1 here with 14.2 seconds remaining, as that's Carson Ricci with the goal.
Ricci's 5th of this season cuts it to a 1-goal lead as he fires that shot past the goaltender. Only the 4th shot of this period for the Powassan Voodoos, but there's still 14.2 seconds remaining on the clock, and the Powassan Voodoos will use their timeout here to try and find a way to get that equalizer with 14 ticks on the clock.
Well, we'll have to see if the Voodoos are able to do something with it. As you mentioned, 14 seconds, not a lot of time, but in hockey terms, could be all the time in the world, although the Voodoos need a lot of things to go right in those 14 seconds. 29-16, the shot total now. And as I've said multiple times, Dan DiRoccolo not the problem here for the Voodoos tonight.
No, not the problem tonight, giving up 3 goals, 29 shots, making numerous saves from point-blank range. And since that first period, the Voodoos only with 9 shots in the next 39 minutes of play. That is not the way you're going to go about winning hockey games. If you cannot get a way to generate offense and get shots on goal, 5 shots in the second period, only 4 so far in this 3rd period. Voodoos going to have to find a way to create some offense if they want to get far in the playoffs.
Little to Long. Long flips the puck in. 8 seconds remaining on the clock. Cubs are just going to carry the puck into the corner and leave it there. And that's going to signal the end of this game, 3-2, and let the obnoxiousness start as the Powassan Voodoos fall here 3-2 to the Cubs. At the Powassan Sportsplex, the Voodoos will be back in action tomorrow against the Espanola Paper Kings to wrap up their season here, as the Paper Kings, of course, come to town. And then the Voodoos will be in action against the Hearst Lumberjacks, not this week at homecoming, but next week, starting Tuesday, Wednesday, against those Lumberjacks. That'll be game 3 and 4 of that series. Games 1 and 2 going Saturday, Sunday. So we'll be wrapping up the broadcast here momentarily after we get to our 3 stars of the game. Derek Lindemann.
Yeah, not the outcome that you wanted for the Powassan Voodoos, as the losing streak hits a season-high 5 games, as they only get 16 shots in this game, 7 in the first, 5 and 4 respectively in the second and the third, as the Sudbury Cubs leave with a 3-2 victory. Not much in the way this game did for the standings of the Powassan Voodoos already know their opponent, the Hearst Lumberjacks, in the first round. As well, the Sudbury Cubs already know they are playing the Espanola Paper Kings, but the Sudbury Cubs do have the possibility of still clinching tops in the NOJHL, as currently they are 1 point now ahead of the Timmins Rock, who are currently losing 7-2, but the Rock will have 1 game remaining tomorrow night as they take on the Sioux Thunderbirds.
So the 3 stars of the game going to Caden Long for the Voodoos. For most of the game, the only goal scorer for the Voodoos, till Ricci's picked up a goal late in that period. And then going to Matthew Mazzata, the 2nd star, and Cameron Walker, who picked up 2 goals for his Cubs in that one. So the Sudbury Cubs, again, we talk about not much could change for the Voodoos when it comes to standings. As you mentioned, the Cubs still have a little bit of things to play for as they look to gain or win the NOJHL regular season crown, much like the Voodoos have done multiple times in their history. Just not happening this year, of course. But that's the thing with those Voodoos teams. They've been very inconsistent all year long. They get hot stretches, then they get cold for a long period of time. Then they get hot stretches, and they get cold for a long period of time. So we'll have to see if they're going to be able to get hot at the right time here, Derek.
And that's exactly it. If you can get a few key pieces back into your lineup, Cameron Lemke, Matt McMillan, and Chase Stricklock still out of the lineup alongside Tyson Risman, who still has that cast on his hand. But it was nice to see Chase Thompson and Caden Long get back into the game and have Caden Long contribute the way he did, picking up 1 goal in earning 3rd star honors tonight for the Voodoos.
Yeah, like we said, it was kind of like the Walking Dead or Walking Wounded for the Powassan Voodoos before this game. But with that being said, we're going to wrap things up. The front line will be back in action tomorrow as the Espanola Paper Kings come in to wrap up the regular season here in Powassan against the Voodoos. Then we'll also have a North Bay Battalion game on Sunday against the Sudbury Wolves in what could very well be an interesting game. Could be Central Division clinching interesting, Derek. So we'll look forward to that one for sure.
It'll definitely be an interesting weekend of hockey here. Voodoos wrap up their season tomorrow, and then the possibility of having the battalion wrap up the Central Division title coming up this weekend. An exciting weekend of hockey here on the front line.
Looking forward to it as well, and of course, as we mentioned, NOJHL roundtable coming out at some point this week. Also looking to have a special guest on the regular front line as well from the North Bay Battalion. Can't reveal our sources as of yet, but looking forward to have someone that we maybe haven't had on all season long. But that being said, Mike Brown, the camera operator for Hockey TV, Derek Lindemann, who's been doing double duty of producing and doing color commentary for this one. I'm Courtney Kenny, and as always, keep your eye on the front line.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items, or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
As a Canadore College alumni, you have access to perks. Canadore Alumni Perks. This is a lifetime membership that includes special access to great offers, opportunities to get involved, and so much more. Graduates can access discounts and special offers from businesses and hotels locally, across Canada, and internationally. Get information on special events and news, or access the alumni job portal. Keep in touch with Canadore's alumni office. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks. Great things happen here.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
The Frontline Podcast, Season 3. Courtney Kenny, Matthew Sukram, Derek Lindemann, Bob Coles, and Ben Long bring you closer your favorite teams like never before. Covering everything to do with hockey in the North Bay area, exclusive interviews with the North Bay Battalion staff and players, expert analysis on the OHL, NOJHL, and more, keeping you up to date on all things Voodoos, Trappers, Lakers, and more. It's a new season, it's a new adventure. The Frontline Podcast, Season 3. Available wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay, to see how we can serve you and the community every day.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.